You look at this as a pre-round of 16 progression, all important. Every game is a knockout. And you could not being seeded because of the 2018 effort, but they are loaded. This Samoa team are doing some amazing things, but Uganda, as we saw the Commonwealths and the qualifier, always end up being the crowd favourites.
Well, those fans have got up early. We'll see if they get their reward, and what would be a massive upset if Uganda were to hold on to this one. As you alluded to, Samoa in outstanding form on the series, just lost in extra time to New Zealand last time out in the Cup semi-final in Los Angeles. DHL delivers and the ball is there.
The series only got 1 point when they came back in Spain, but they are ready and primed. Just saw the likes of Okoroach about to try and get stuck in for Uganda. They've got to try and spoil this Samoan machine, but when it gets going, it's tough to stop.
Yeah, Okoroach will need to be on great form to cause the upset here. Another dangerous man, Foroth. It will be Uganda to kick off here to start us in the pre-round of 16 qualifying match here. Game 3 here in Cape Town. Oh, that one spilled after the successful tap down off the kickoff. Oh,
it's unfortunate. It's Ian Munyane. He's a real presence, way above the general height line of the rest of this Ugandan team. He's their restart man. Just couldn't quite get the ball in. And that's one area, as you'll see, not only in this game, but throughout. Restarts are king in sevens. We'll say it time and time again, but get it right, you go well.
Well, in shot, Maliko. He has been sublime. His footwork has been outstanding, scoring tries at will. See what he can do. Will be Paul Scanlon. He's coming after all. Keeps it open field. A little bit of confusion, but a half gap there. Ugandans up to it for the moment. Of course, they're not regular World Series competitors. Well, they've got a lot of experience through the Challenger Series. Oh, as we've seen in the first 2 games, everybody's slipping. It's a wet surface. It'll dry out pretty quickly with this heat, Rob, but there's been a lot of slippage.
There has been. Players looking at foot play options, puts the ball in behind. One thing that Samoa do more than any other team is that kick chase. Score many tries from it. Really good, putting the ball on the foot. Before with there, able to just coast to the sideline, get the ball now. Once again, we're seeing a bit of Uganda ball. All they got to do is get the ball to Philip Okoroach. He'll do the rest.
Well, gone are the days going way back to this Rugby World Cup of Sevens to '93 where there's sweepers in place. Most teams don't play without a sweeper, so they're vulnerable to that kick. Well executed line out from Uganda. Foroth goes wide. Squaring up. This is good early possession. A little bit tentative out wide. Successful ruck, and the Samoans back themselves at the ruck. They're not the biggest team out here, but very physical and very committed. Like to disrupt. Short ball is offered, isn't given. There you see that counter ruck from the 3 men in blue. And then the diving tackle wins the knock on an advantage for Samoa. Another slip. It's almost like these players didn't prepare the right footwear for this surface. Looking for the outside. There's Nue. He's brought back. That's bobbled, an advantage being played. Quick tap from Casito. Can Casito get a bounce? He's got his hands on it. Keeps it alive. It's back to Munyane. What a moment this will be for Uganda. They go wide. It's a one-on-one battle. Okoroach comes back infield. Keeps that ball alive. Uganda threatening at the line. Show and go off the right foot twice. The flip pass right down the middle, reaching for the line. Okoroach, try Uganda.
Oh, elated scenes. Look at this, shouting out. It means so much to the players to start well in these games, get that momentum behind you, and it's again another slip. You mentioned it, Reece. Matavao has had 3 touches. It's fallen over 3 times. The ball's on the floor, then it's reactionary. Who can pounce the quickest? In behind. Casito gets it. Then you see a Foyworth a few times. Matavao trying to be a pest in the middle. Probes and goes. The scenes back in Uganda will be outrageous. But that is a quality start.
Extras are good. Really good discipline too. They didn't panic when they got that loose ball. And the celebration, looking up to his fans. Michael Okoroach says, how do you like that?
Taken back to the Commonwealth Games, 50,000 people in the stadium, the Uganda chant going around. This team are something special, aren't they?
Well, we're hoping to see that later on in the weekend here. This home of the 2010 Soccer World Cup is now rugby all weekend. Rugby World Cup of Sevens, and of course, if you're just joining us, it's one and done. If you don't win in your qualifying round of 16 match, then you cannot win the World Cup title, the Melrose Cup. Samoa finally got their hands on it, but it hasn't been very clinical from them. A lot of passes not going to hand. Now it's over the top. Two-man overlap for the moment on the side. Drops it back. Afasua. Credit the Ugandans. They're blitzing that defense. That tag was a little high.
Yeah, can't go anywhere near over the shoulder. Got to be really careful about that. Samoans running quite laterally. They just got to go forward. That's their best direction.
On the side. It's wide through Matavao. Finally, Maliko's had enough. Sorry, that's Onue, just backed himself. The inside ball, but again, the Ugandans there in defense. Still Samoan ball. This is tiring stuff for the Ugandan defenders. Half tackle, just enough. The offload is good. It goes to hand. Steve on the side. The 20-year-old gets Samoa right back into this crucial pre-round of 16 match.
With that level of quality, it was always a case of them going to come back into it. And ironically, it was a slip this time from Uganda that gave that chance to Samoa. Look on this left-hand side. Nice interplay. They've got power, pace and poise right across the whole back line. This lovely bit of footwork holds up the defence. Is actually taken out. Casito gets his legs taken from under him. And that means on the side, gets over.
There's the conversion. An excellent kick to tie it up. So there is that flurry from the Samoans. Lots of possession and confident offloading to each other.
A big thing to look for Samoa is how many of their carries turn to offloads. That's what's going to get them in this game. Hopefully without any more slips. That's a stat they don't want to be clocking today.
Well, that's a shocker. And if you're trying to put pressure on a team, as Samoa is trying to do here, you can't do it with mistakes like that off the kickoff.
Yeah, I think that's called commentator's curse, isn't it? Talking of how good Samoa's restart is, and their first one, they don't go 10 with it. But generally, it's their secret weapon. It's not so secret. Everyone knows about it, but you can't stop it.
Well, Rob, how good is this weekend going to be? Look at this shot here from our spider cam. Just awesome to see rugby being viewed in this way.
360 rugby. Who's not going to love that, Reece? It's like you're in Madden.
Sevens rugby is our vehicle for entertainment.
Coach.
For joy, and these Ugandan fans had a moment. What a shot here, midfield scrum, right down over the top. What do you reckon, Rob?
You're going to see the frailties of a 7 scrum here compared to a 15s probably.
The big boys have got a few comments there with the spider cam analysis, but it's a chip through that goes into touch. So again, a bit of a questionable tactic.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I've seen a couple of kicks so far. I'd say Samoa are really good at it. Clearly, when you're trying to identify weaknesses of a team, you might sometimes look at their strength. So kicking against Samoa, sometimes not a bad tactic, but they got pace right across, and now they get the quick line out and off they go.
Samoa going wide, deep in their own end, still in their 22. There's the offload, 2-on-1. Ugandan scrambling to get back to, they have the pace, not the first man. Chasing hard is Kasiga, he gets it done. Pulls the Samoan player down. 15 minutes to go for Samoa.
Ball inside.
It's a slow ruck. The Samoan players arrived. The dummy and go from the scrum half position. Popped up, looking to work the narrow channel again. Excellent footwork from Sione. Smart work from him, knowing that those Ugandan players were tired in the cover defense.
Oh, it was really smart play, specifically because it took that Samoans ages to get back in the frame of play. When the line break happens, you've got to hare after it to try and get near, but when you're exhausted, it's difficult to try and get those gears down.
Great commitment. We've seen that from the Ugandans all half, but that offload just keeps the play out, and they keep asking questions, as you said. That try gives them the lead. Will it be 5 or 7? There's the extras. What a strike. Just inside the post, and that will do it for halftime. Samoa rattle back. They're up 14 points to 7 over Uganda. We are here in Cape Town Stadium. It's the Rugby World Cup of Sevens kicking off. Match number 3 on a sunny Friday morning here in Cape Town. This is the pre-round of 16. Samoa and the Blues went down early to a tough Ugandan side, but they clawed back with 2 tries. So they're up by 1 converted try at the moment, our Samoa. Again, a scrappy kickoff. Knocked forward.
Samoa 0 from 3 from the restarts. Managed to get that one. Eventually going to them. Wokorach. He'll be getting frustrated because he loves to impact. He loves to be the star of the show, rightly, because he is fantastic. You've got to bide your time off him, but there's a couple of moments left in that man, I promise.
Yeah, he actually has a decent amount of experience.
What
as
on earth?
That's a protea, I think, mate.
Wow.
It's the comms team.
Hello there.
But Philippe Wokorach, we saw there 30 international events to his name. Oh, what a line! And what a pop pass! Hitting it at full steam. Steve Onisai with his second try. Samoa dominating at the moment.
Oh, how about that one? That was like a young Gareth Rees storming through the midfield. One of the best lines to run whenever someone's going lateral is dead straight. What an angle this is. Great view.
And what does that do for the defender, Rob, when you're hitting that hard straight line?
Well, the defenders are running laterally because they're tracking the player with the ball. So Matavao going across, all eyes on him. That line back right against the ball. It's where the smart space is. Onisai sliced it.
A salute and a great tactic. Matavao for the extras. So that hill is a little bit bigger for Uganda to climb.
Well, you just feel as well that that's a bit of a hammer blow. You're 7-0 up, you think you're still doable 14-7, but that transition from Samoa, that's what they're about. And again, it goes down to their restarts. Tactical mastery. Matavao once again delivering.
As we say, it's a very young Samoan side that have come together. Brilliant grab there from Kasiga. Gives his team a chance to get back in this one. 5 minutes to play. One broken tackle. The sweeper does his job on that occasion, and the big man's off and running. Michael Wokorach still going. 22 meters, he's still pounding. He's going for the corner. Can he get it down? I don't think so. The referee's going to have a little look upstairs.
He did everything. You very rarely see Samoans sat down.
Stand by, Gianluca.
Yes.
And it was the spin that did it.
Yes or no, please.
But this is the ending. Didn't look great naked eye. What a split shot we got. Like to see body reactions.
Tough to see. Let's have a look there. Oh, he's short on the line. I wonder if, because this surface is a little bit wet, if he could have just hugged it and slid in.
Gianluca, we have a
Yeah, he could have
decision.
done.
Yes, Matthew.
The ball is knocked on in the field of play.
Yeah.
So scrum 5 to blue.
Corner flag cam coming in good there.
try.
Because it's short the line, it's going to be a scrum back. That is most definitely a chance squandered, but what an effort it was to even get there from Wokorach.
Guys, the mark is you, please. Uganda. Thanks.
It's the power and pace. Great African nation. Ugandans qualified for the African tournament.
Let's go, guy, please. Let's go. Crouch.
They were really close to qualifying for the series as well. Their challenger effort so close. There's still a chance in this game for them.
So backed up right to their own line. Samoa's just going to conventionally kick for the sideline. They haven't found it. Ooh, it's been whipped out open field. Actually brilliantly played. And they're still going. The tip ahead from the big man. That's Philippe Wokorach. He's just overcooked it.
Well, a couple of quite confusing kicks there from him. It's not quite sure why Samoa looking to clear lines when they're a possession-based team. Didn't make the sideline. Play getting a bit of treatment in the middle. And Philippe Wokorach, having not had much ball in the game, opts to kick through behind. He's claimed that he was taken out. But all thoughts now currently just making sure Samoan midfield player's all right. Trying to work out who it is.
Yeah. I think they replaced him.
You see that possession by Samoa there. Let's see if there's anything off the ball.
I think it's just a bit of a boot to the face. Yeah, never nice to get those. The flailing foot.
We've all been there, Rob.
Scrum call.
That means you're doing your job when you get one of those.
Yes, sacrificing your face, isn't it? Get a few more train tracks on your head.
Scrum.
Stitches needed, possibly. But I tell you what, these Samoans, they are as tough as you get on a rugby pitch.
And you see that limited rucks per try, 1.7, you know, a reflection of their Fijian cousins.
It's a great stat to look at because it talks about how much the ball is on the floor. You keep that ball alive, it's more hard to try and stop the attacking flow. It's something Fiji pride themselves on, being sub-1.
Okay, advantage offside.
So advantage being played. Samoa in control of this game. 3.5 minutes to play. And they got their hands on the ball. Up 2 converted tries.
Advantage over.
Kicked into space. He's going to win the foot race. Can he get a bounce? He needs another left-footed nudge. working back.
No, play on.
Is Ofaroth. So, for the moment, Uganda's won the day. Oh, great work.
Tackle.
Releasing the ball and getting to his feet. Bought his teammates time to get back and win that ruck. Now Uganda do have a chance here.
Pass is good.
As we said, 2 scores in it right now. The step and
Clearly
go
steps on the ground.
from Wakaroch. Another slip. Munyani keeps it alive. Again, this Ugandan side much bigger than the Samoans. But the Samoans very comfortable at the breakdown, and they've won a penalty there, a crucial penalty.
So every game counts.
And that's going to be a yellow card as well.
You have to release the ball.
It's frustrating.
No, yeah, you have to.
The game with the balance. The Samoan hack downfield, as you see throughout the whole year. They love a kick chase. It means territorially they're going to be way into the Uganda quarters. They're now opting for the scrum against one man down. Clever play from Samoa.
Yeah, a little bit tough, as you said, on the Ugandans. Not regular World Series competitors. Some of the interpretations there. But he will serve 2 minutes in the sin bin.
Okay, I look at it.
Samoa will have a man advantage.
Yeah, you've got to keep the same number in the scrum as well. So you can see the 3 contesting, one person putting it in. It means it's a 3-on-2 in a big old field.
Set.
Again, a little tussle in the scrum halves. With the flow, Samoa doubling around an extra set of hands. They won't need it. They flip it out wide. Paul Scanlon, 26-year-old, gets his try. They just simply took what was on offer, Rob.
It looks simple, but the execution of that pass from Matavao to run forward, fix the defender, and then fire it off his left hand 20 metres. There are not many players in 15s, certainly, and 7s that can do this. Takes the ball forward, engages the line, and then whips it right across on the money. That is some skill.
Probably those Ugandan defenders coming out of the scrum too slow to work across, knowing they're already a man short. Just hooks that one slightly, but with no pool play and no calculators to get out in this one, Samoa very much in charge with just over a minute to play.
Yeah, you keep it real simple. You look at the knockouts. Imanyani reflecting on the sideline. Still got another minute.
Number 3.
30 seconds till he's back on minute of the
Number
game.
1.
But it's very much looking done for Uganda.
Well, this is the 3rd of 8 pre-round of 16 games. There was a hint of an upset there out of the gate from Uganda. I wonder if we'll see anything against the odds here.
Time back on.
Time's back on, less than a minute. That clock ticking in Samoa's favor, up 19 points here. Oh, and they've won it in the air. Great scrambling tackle from Uganda.
Ball
But in
inside.
full flight, enough strength
On the
to
chest.
get out of it. Hint of a high tackle, play on to the referee. There's some space. Norbert
Yes,
Okini
advantage for
off the
offside.
bench.
Advantage
This will be a
over.
great moment for him. He's looked in field. He's bossed one defender.
Backwards by blue.
Hint of offside if there was a completed tackle there, but the referee's letting him go. I think it's going to be not enough men on the field for Uganda. Great chase, but good offload from Opatai. Try Samoa.
But what started off a very slow effort from Samoa, they have ramped it up in this second half. Uganda just not able to cope with this physicality and precision at the breakdown. We see the spinning shots.
And Steve Onasai backs up here and gets his reward, a hat-trick in a Rugby World Cup game. Not a bad start to his weekend here in Cape Town. So the phone book is not upset. Another great shot from our crew here. We'll be seeing him all weekend. That'll do it. That's the final whistle. A brave Uganda goes down to Samoa at 33 points to 7.